obsessively buying Bottega Veneta bags over the last year after I was so impressed with my first one. Now that I have 9 Bottega bags in my collection, I thought I would give you an update. Which ones are working out the best for me and the ones that maybe aren't working out as well as I thought they would do. And of course, at the end, I'll be revealing my favorite and most used bags out of my Bottega collection. And one of them is a total surprise to me because I said I would never buy one. Hey, if you're new here, my name is Steph. Now, I've been collecting designer bags for well over a decade. That includes mega luxury brands like Hermes and Chanel to more affordable luxury brands as of late. Now, I can honestly say, around a year ago, before I got my first ever Bottega bag, I really was not bothered about the brand. There was a few bags that caught my eye, but I wasn't so interested. Fast forward to now, we have 9 in the collection. This has escalated very quickly, and I don't say this lightly. I think Bottega for me is my favorite designer bag brand right now. So let's kick this off with the first Bottega bag that I ever got. And arguably, this is the reason as to why this has escalated so much. I was so impressed with it. We have a range of dust bags, by the way. I believe the ones with the green on are slightly older. They have now changed to, they have like a pattern on, and Bottega Veneta is in black. So here we go. This is where it all began. I actually got this pre-loved from Fashion File because at the time the brand stopped selling this colorway and it was incredibly popular. I do now believe they have put this back on the website due to popular demand. I will of course pop links down below in the description box to all of these bags so that you can shop along super easily. Oh my gosh. This is my suede Bottega Andiamo in the color Fondant, which is the most magical dark chocolate color, and this is the medium size of the Andiamo bag. One of the first things when I opened this bag that hit me was the smell. Like, the leather smells incredible. Inside you have the calf leather, which you can see here, and then suede on the outside. You can of course get these in full calf leather as well. I will say the suede is a slightly lighter chocolatey brown and the leather is slightly deeper. And this quickly became one of my favorite bags in my collection. I absolutely love that it's one big tote bag inside, but you do also get the security of a zipper compartment and pockets. And due to the way this handle is on the bag, you do have these coming in just here, so you can organize things inside of the bag. So if I put my iPad in here, I can just quickly show you. This is the larger iPad Pro. If I move the side bits out the way, so this is a 13-inch, 13-inch laptop, you can see that then it doesn't move around in the bag, and I still have a whole other section at the back. I will do some more in-depth videos on all of my Bottega bags, size comparisons, what fits inside, prices, all the size options, etc. So watch out for those if you are wanting more detail on these bags. I love this. The way that I use it the most is I double the straps up and wear it on the shoulder as a shoulder bag. But I have been known as well to just pull this through, especially a long day in London, and I will just start to crossbody the bag. I am 5'6" for reference. So this is where it all started, and it didn't end here. Now, Bottega bags aren't particularly cheap. This one now retails, I believe, around £4,500 in the UK for the medium size. That being said, the quality of my Bottega bags are, I would argue, probably the highest quality brand that I've purchased from in a long time at this particular price point. You do have Hermes, their quality is obviously exceptional, but you are looking to pay a lot more, especially if you're buying pre-loved. But actually, before I got this bag, there was another Bottega bag that I strangely fell in love with. It was kind of love at first sight, and it was this Bottega bag here. So I just tried this on. Deb wanted to go, I was shopping with Deb from Wild Unfiltered at the time in Manchester. She wanted to go try some Bottega bags on, and I picked this one up, and for some reason I was like, I really love this, but it is quite an expensive one. I would say this is definitely the most expensive one out of my entire Bottega collection. So I did spend a little bit of time after I tried it on thinking about, do I really want this? And I could not get this off my mind. Oh, here she is. This is the large size Bottega Andiamo, and I very specifically wanted it in the silky smooth calf skin leather, which is absolutely sensational. I felt like this would be a really great travel bag, work bag. One thing I will say is this is heavy. I would say the weight difference between the Andiamo sizes, medium and large, you can definitely tell you're carrying the large one and not the medium. These definitely aren't the most lightweight bags, but surprisingly, I have actually used this bag a lot. I have the larger 16-inch MacBook Pro, which fits effortlessly in here. It does get quite heavy, but I will often just double the straps up like this. And if you aren't carrying so much either, you can still double it up and it kind of makes the bag a little bit smaller. Throw it on the shoulder and we are ready to go. I love this bag. Again, quite the investment, but I felt like black silky smooth leather was a relatively safe bet. It's the same layout, just a lot larger. We have the zipper compartment, we have the intricate weave here on this pouch. And then I currently have it stuffed, but it is one really big compartment inside. I will say as well, this leather slouches a lot. So sometimes you kind of have to move things out the way to get what you need, but I would not be without this bag. Also worth noting, if you really like Bottega like I do and would like to buy a belt, you can actually take this strap out of the holes like so. So you could have the bag like this if you wanted to, but then you have this knot belt. Now the one from this larger bag definitely is too long for me, but if you doubled it round, if I wear this higher on my waist, it won't fit on my hips. I'm a UK size 10. I can then, if I was wearing like a knit dress or something like that, I can then wear it as a belt. So that just helps to justify the price a little bit more. I have also seen people just take the pouches out of their Bottega Andiamo bags and attach straps to them. And then this one's probably not the best size to demonstrate this on, but you could then take it out as a clutch, or if you attach the straps, you could crossbody it as a beautiful intrecciato pouch. Just while we were talking about the belt situation, I find that this one does slide out nicely on the large size, but on the medium size, because this is one of the slightly older ones, this here I find is too thick and it won't actually go through the holes. I do believe the newer ones here is thinner, so you might be able to get it through the holes. So if you do go into store and you do want to use it as a belt, I would definitely go in and try it and just see if you can actually take it off of the bag first. And then of course, after I acquired my large Andiamo and my medium, I quickly realized that a small size would be chef's kiss in my collection, and I was really missing not having a smaller option that was more lightweight I could take with me on shopping trips and not have to carry too much, because like I said, these are quite weighty bags and even the medium carrying around all day can get quite heavy. Now again, because Bottega bags aren't particularly cheap, I did put a lot of thought into, if I get a small, what would be my ideal colour and material combination. And the colour that I really wanted, they basically stopped selling. It was a seasonal colour. They have brought a colour back that's very, very similar in store. I'll show you a comparison in a second because I tried this one on with the other one. But I really wanted to get this one right first time because I have 3 Andiamos in my collection now. And this one I could not get hold of, like I said, but I actually was on the My Teresa website. They had it on there, but it was sold out. And I just kept refreshing the website for days and days. And it actually came back into stock. I have never checked out so fast on a website. This is my small Andiamo in the suede olive oil colour. So this is actually quite a mossy, vivid green, but kind of deep at the same time. And I have used this bag so much. Out of all my Andiamo bags, this is definitely my most used. And there is definitely a big weight difference compared to the medium. I can get all my everyday essentials in here, absolutely no problem. Again, same setup. We have the zipper pouch compartment along the back, one big compartment inside, and the strap situation, which is one of the best pros about the Bottega bag. I usually wear this on my shoulder like so, but again, I regularly crossbody it also. If you're looking for an everyday bag, you don't carry too much with you and you don't want such a heavy bag, the small is definitely the best size to go for. It's the one that I use the most. You can actually see, because I've gone for the suede one, so this is just worth bearing in mind, that the suede has started to kind of raise and fray maybe slightly on the edges of the intrecciato weave. This is just one of those things I think you have to accept if you do get a Bottega bag, especially a suede one. And suede is a lot more notorious for being hard to take care of. And because I use this bag a lot and suede cannot get wet. There have been a few products that I have been working on for my new brand Looks All. This is technically an ad. I'm the founder of this brand. These raincoats, would you look? So this is the all black one, which will be available very soon. Have the clear with the black trim, and we also have a full white version. Now I've been working on these because I do not want my suede bags to get wet in the slightest. It can cause your suede to dry out. I tried other raincoats and they had like popper closures, so they didn't fully close across the top. They still have openings like this. So I've been working on a Velcro closure. So this is great. It fits loads of different bags. It fits both of my suede Andiamos. And then, as you can see, fully protects the bag. So especially living in the UK, I'm now not too afraid to take this bag out, as well as we don't have feet on the bottom of the bag, so I will always attach a pair of Looks All magnetic bag feet. We get them in silver. There's a silver and the gold. You can also get them in a black. Take the flat magnet here from the back. This goes inside, and then the bigger magnet in the color with the logo on goes on the outside of the bag. Now the Andiamo has a piece of leather at the bottom, but you can raise the edges. So I just slip the magnet under that. And now that I've added all four, because the Andiamo is definitely prone to wear on the corners, having these helps raise the edges off surfaces. And inside the bag, because I've placed them under the leather, so you can actually lift very gently the edges of the bottom. You actually can't see the inside of the magnets in there. So then we have bag feet, and of course I always take a bag hook with me. These come in various colors. Again, these are from Looks All, and this is just so that I don't have to put the bag down. You just pull it out like so. It even has a secret mirror in the top of the bag hook. These are very expensive bags. We need to invest and take care of them. So I now have my army of Andiamo bags, each size in my perfect color and leather way, so I'm super happy. The large, medium, and the small. I would maybe consider adding another large to my collection in the intrecciato weave. I've actually seen some images of a purple suede one that's coming out. I think it's going to be a bit of a limited edition, but I feel like something like this would be a show-stopping piece. I know it will be heavy, I know it will be quite impractical, but just that amount of intrecciato and the color, oh my gosh, I just think they are stunning. Also worth noting, I have had the Chow Chow bag in the medium size in the Barolo colorway, which is basically the same size as this medium Andiamo, and I did a review of that bag here on my YouTube channel. So if you've seen it, a few people have said, do you still have the Chow Chow? I returned it because I came to the conclusion, and I shared in that video, the Andiamo for me is the better bag. I then thought maybe I'll get a Chow Chow in the smaller size. I tried one on in like the limestone leather. It was really beautiful. But the Chow Chow did not come in the olive green leather, which the Andiamo did. And again, with the Andiamo being, I think, the better bag, it won out. So I do not have a Chow Chow in my collection. Never say never. I tried on a bright pink one, which I thought was very cool, but I'm very happy with my Andiamos, and I do think these are the better choice for me anyway, because getting into the Chow Chow could be a little bit fiddly. Now I have quite a big bag collection, but one of the areas which I feel like I'm lacking in compared to other areas are evening bags. So it felt very natural to add this next Bottega bag to my collection. It's part of the Andiamo family, and this is the Andiamo clutch. This is in the new amber suede option, and as soon as I saw the suede ones, I tried the midnight blue one on. That's gorgeous, and they've now got crystal ones ready for the festive season. I can see these being incredibly popular. This one was my favorite. Now I did order it online. Unfortunately, it has come and this doesn't actually fit in. I've had a few people say that it does take a little bit of coaxing in, but this is definitely faulty. Like, it really, there's a piece of glue inside and that won't go in, and I don't want to jam it. I have also started to notice, I haven't had this very long, but there's some damage here starting on the bag due to the knot rubbing against the suede. So I absolutely adore the Andiamo clutch. This one is definitely being returned because it's faulty, and in all honesty, I don't know if I will get an exact replacement of this one. I think I might just wait it out and get a normal leather version of the Andiamo clutch. But how stunning. This is so chic. It's very simple. It feels absolutely amazing, which another thing to consider wearing makeup and having a clutch bag made from suede. But I'll quickly show you inside. We have lots of card compartments, so you don't actually need to take another card holder out with you. And then because it is quite long, you can fit a lot inside, and it's fully leather lined. I did want to show this one before it's returned because it's very beautiful, and I know the Andiamo clutch is very popular right now. You've got bags like the Kelly Cut, for example, the Kelly Pochette, both from Hermes, retail at wild prices, and I have recently said that I think the Andiamo clutch is far better designed, far more accessible, and far more inexpensive in the designer bag world compared to these two. The next Bottega bag in my collection, I took a big risk on because I like a crossbody bag, I like a structured bag, and this is none of those things. But I think deep down I've been craving something different in my collection that felt fresh. And I can confirm that that is exactly what this bag has given me since I've had it. I've had this around, I would say 8 to 9 months now. This is my Bottega hop bag. This is the large size in the colour fondant. So the same colour as my Andiamo. And this is a hobo style bag. We can only wear this as a shoulder bag. It's very slouchy, it's very unstructured. And that is why I was pretty concerned when I ordered this as to would I actually use it. I can say that this has worked out to be a fantastic buy from Bottega. I have seen this styled by Lady Gaga, I believe, has both sizes, Kylie Jenner. Hailey Bieber is a big fan of the Bottega hop bag. And it has the same air as all the Bottega bags, as it's quiet luxury, but it feels super trendy, and the leather smell. Oh my gosh. So this can fit my laptop inside. I mean, it can basically fit. It's all leather lined as well. You have two magnets either side, and you kind of fold, or I do, I fold one side over and then fold the other one like that until the magnets attract. So then it is quite a secure bag. I don't feel worried wearing it. And I have just absolutely been loving having a different style in my collection. So much so that recently I have been going to pick this bag up and I've tried it on and I've wanted to wear it, but being the large size, which is the size that I prefer because I just love the slouch on it, I'm like, do you know what? Especially because it's wide here and we have these points on the end, I feel like it's just going to get bashed too much. And again, with it being suede, I definitely feel the pressure to make sure that I'm taking care of this bag whenever I use it. So I have been craving, a little bit similar to the Andiamo situation, an alternative size that maybe would work for me more as an everyday bag. Not that I plan to ever get rid of the large. Which then leads us on nicely to a bag that I unboxed around a month ago now, here on my YouTube channel. Here we go. Oh my gosh. To satisfy this itch of needing the hop bag in a different size, here she is. This is a small hop, and this colour is called graphite. So it's like a dark grey, but I'd actually say that this bag is more like a dark blue grey. But it does look really nice, I think, with white and then denim, and this grey cardigan actually pulls it into this outfit quite nicely. So I prefer the large hop for the drop and the aesthetic. Like the overall vibe of this bag I like more. But practicality wise, the smaller size is definitely a lot easier to use. We do still get a nice slouch, especially with this being suede. I feel like the leather ones do look a bit more rigid until they've been used, and then I think they start to gently drape a little bit more. And there is some room under the arm here, so it's fine with a cardigan. If you have a really thick coat on, this is definitely not the best. We have a much bigger drop here on the large. But as you can see, just as an everyday bag, the small size is definitely a much better option. So I never planned to get a small, but here we are, and I'm really glad, I'm very, very grateful that I do have both sizes of the hop. Let me know your favorite. Ooh, nearly forgot about this little gorgeous Bottega bag here. I got this one around 3 months ago, and I was debating on whether I wanted to keep it or not. I'll share why. It's actually turned out to be quite a good bag for me. Oh, here we go. This is the Bottega parachute bag. This is a small size, and this is the chain version. I really do like the chain version. You can get ones with like a rope handle on the top, so you can use it on the crook of your arm. You can also get a longer strap for them, which they come with, and you can crossbody the parachute bag, but then you can't take the top handle off, and I just think it looks weird. So I was like, if I ever get a parachute bag, it would be the one with the chains. This is in the fondant colorway. Actually, this is a really good comparison. You can see the fondant color in the suede is far more chocolatey, and the fondant in the lambskin leather is definitely darker. So that is worth bearing in mind. I have been using this as more of an evening bag, like a casual evening bag. I'll just throw this on the shoulder, and I think the chain really smartens this bag up. I've noticed they've taken the fondant color off the website. They now have, I believe, just like an off-white color, which is super, super beautiful. If I do find a fondant one, I will share it with you. Definitely check out, I've got a few of these bags from Fashion File. And whenever there's a bag in a certain colorway or leather that I can't find, I always head there because chances are one is already there or will come up very soon. So this is my parachute. I prefer this one because you can pull the chain through and then you can crossbody and shoulder the bag, which I have actually worn it like that a little bit, but I mostly use it as a shoulder bag. And just to quickly show you inside, it is one really large compartment and we have a magnet just here. I actually think it's a little bit of a shame it doesn't have a zip compartment, so you can't keep things super secure. So that is something worth bearing in mind, but I do think the shape of this bag when it is closed and just the leather, oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Okay, now let's move on to probably the most controversial Bottega bags in my collection. I say controversial because I said never understood it, and I'm slowly starting to get it, but I do have some opinions, especially around the sizes, because there's a really big difference here. So this is the Bottega Veneta Jodie bag. This is the teen size. This is in a suede, and I believe this color is called Blue Petroleum, which is this rather fabulous turquoise teal. This one has a gold zipper. Now, when I've tried the Jodie bag on in store, I tried the mini size on and I'm like, this zipper seems hard to get into. I can't wear it on the crook of my arm. It's like a hand carry and I hate that. You can't put it on your shoulder. The mini Jodie makes no sense to me. This is the next size up. This is the teen. I now believe on the website they call this the small size. And I didn't plan to get this. I saw it on the Fashion File website and it was the color that got me. They had this picture on the homepage and I was like, oh, I think I've just seen that bag when I was looking for Bottega bags and I think I really need it. So I have to say the colour is fabulous. What I have found with this is I do really like this bag, but only if I'm carrying it on the crook of my arm. I think it's very cool, it's very lightweight, easy to grab and go. I can fit all my everyday essentials in here, no problem. The zipper can be a little bit stiff, but it's overall fine, it's not a big deal. I can move this out the way and get into the bag, not too much of an issue. This is one of the older ones, so it actually doesn't have like a zipper compartment inside. It's this bit can be a little bit tricky. This I find on the shoulder is really annoying, and I see a lot of the teen Jodies on the resale market, and I think this is the reason why. We do not have much drop here, and I'm wearing a really fine knit cardigan. Like I can wear it like this, but because the hole is so small, I kind of feel like it's falling off my shoulder and I have to keep readjusting it like this to keep it on my shoulder. But overall for me, this is a crook of the arm bag. It's definitely the funnest Bottega bag in my collection, but it's not the one that I would recommend if you are considering a Jodie. I don't know what has come over me when it comes to the Jodie bag, but it's just this Bottega obsession in general. And I noticed some people with the slightly larger size of the Jodie bag and I'm like, ooh, that looks really cool. So I started investigating and watching a lot of reviews, and I kept coming to the same conclusion a lot of other people were coming to, and that is that the next size up of the Jodie bag probably makes a lot more sense than the teen or what they call the small version. So this is the Jodie bag. This is in a black leather with gold hardware. I do need to stuff this bag, but I wanted it to get a nice teardrop shape. This is the newest bag in my collection. I have had it for a few weeks now, and I can honestly say I'm converted. I said I would never get a Jodie bag. This bag is a game changer because when you throw this one on your shoulder, we have lots more drop here. It is so much more comfortable to wear. You kind of put your arm on it, you hold the knot. I want to describe it as an ergonomic bag. Like this knot feels really nice to hold, and it's just far easier to wear on the shoulder. Look at that, can you see the difference? It's so different to wear than the teen. So this is definitely a fun bag. This one is more of a practical bag, and I have been using it so much. I think it's so chic, it's so understated, but all this intrecciato weave is beautiful. This classic Jodie bag has quickly become my most used bag in my entire Bottega collection. I love the Andiamo, but comparably size-wise, the Andiamo, it's so much heavier than the Jodie that I find this one a lot easier to grab and go. My next most used bag is definitely the small size Andiamo. So out of all my Bottega bags, these two have definitely been my best buys. Not working out so well, maybe the Team Jodie, but we're going to let her off because the colour is rather fabulous. Let me know your favourite bag in my Bottega bag collection. I would absolutely love to know, but make sure you don't go anywhere because coming up next, I'm going to be going through my entire designer bag collection of nearly 100 bags. It's a tad out of control, so we're going to have to decide some bags that are going to have to go. Enjoy.